Oh my god, this deck is so good! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rainnite Gaming. I'm Rainnite, and we're back to restart this collection. It's time for Buy, Trade, and Peel. It's a fancy name for our collection is horribly unorganized and bloated, just like me. And I think I'm going to start over. I'm going to get a new box, get a new binder, buy some new cards, and just start the collection over again, starting with a deck that we really have no experience playing with. So I think I'm going to hop onto Nexus, build a deck, learn how to play it, and then, we'll buy all the cards and eventually get ourselves over to locals. I thought long and hard about it, and I wanted something that was pretty meta, but not like outrageously expensive meta, like, Kashtira or Runic or all that jack. So I decided to go with Swordsoul. Swordsoul is a great mid-range deck, has tons of power, tons of control, and is not expensive. I mean, you could probably get a core for like $60, but then you go into like 200 maybe once you pimp it out all the way. Okay, I'm getting kind of cold out here. Let's head on into the office and see what we can build. See you in a minute. Okay, we're getting to the deck building portion here. I've got a bunch of good ideas because I went on Nexus and I found that you could just search decks, get tons of good stuff. And I know people have something against net decking, but I sure don't. I pulled up a couple of the options that I really liked, including a top 4 finisher from, I think, Vegas. This right here is just a normal one that people consider a meta style deck. It's got all the ratios. It only runs 1 of the blackout, which I kind of think you want to run 2, but it runs a bunch of hand traps, pretty good side deck. Archfiend, that's interesting. Then we got a 41 card build. It's pretty good looking. It's also running all of the tangies, a little slightly different ratio because Ecclesia is at 2. It has 1 less, a couple other things here and there. This one has Psychic and Punisher, kind of cool. Might look into that. Then of course Baron, which drives the price all the time, but hey, it's not too expensive. This is the one that has Vegas YCS top 4 finisher. Plays the Heavenly Dragon Circle and also plays the Book of Eclipse. I really like the Book of Eclipse, and I don't understand what Heavenly Circle does. Plays Earth Charmer, and it looks like a bunch of other stuff. Don't know what this Lunar does. Evenly is definitely something I want to put in my side. So here's my deck. I have probably 1 less tangy than I should be playing of the Ashuda, but I'm just going to try it at 2 to begin with because I'm trying to stick to 40 cards. We've got the 3 Vashuda. I think it's a really cool card. And I don't know how to say these. I've got all kinds of A's and H's and everything, but I still need to learn all these tangies. But they're really cool cards, and all the interactions I've seen are pretty cool. And then I think we've got the standard Swordsoul lineup, the 3-3-2. And then we've got the 3 Ecclesia. I think that's kind of necessary, but I have seen it at 2 a couple times, so we'll see how that kind of works out. Then we've got triple tax. I'm only playing 1. I'm actually thinking about not playing it at all, just to keep the cost of the deck down still, because I think this is still like a $15, $20 card. And I don't know how useful it's going to be. Who knows? Then we've got kind of like the Rhoda of the deck. Searches any Swordsoul, and then we've got, I think this is like a Monster Reborn. Then we've got Desires, which works really good with our Cheng Yang. And then we get into our 1 blackout. I still kind of think 2 might be good, but we'll stay with 1 to begin with. See how it works out. And then we're playing some 2 ofs for hand traps. We're playing 2 Impermanences. That could go to 3. I don't know. 2 Ash Blossom. Well, 3 Ash Blossom. That's just too good not to run at 3. Playing Dark Ruler No More. I kind of want to play a lot of going second cards just to have some good options. Then, of course, we're also playing the Nibiru. That's going to be a really good card to have going forward. And then I did put the 3 Book of Eclipse in there because I kind of think this is good going first or second. Plus, I think it has a pretty good interaction with our Baron, how if you use his effect, then you book him, the next turn that he comes up, when he gets flipped over again, he has his negate again, so it's a nice reset for him. So you could use him more than once, possibly. Baron's obviously just one of the best extra deck monsters we have. He's like $45, I think, but I think it's definitely worth it. And then you can see the rest of our extra deck is pretty solid. We've got the Yang Zing, the Zing Yaos, whatever you call them. Berserker is an awesome card, probably one of my favorite extra deck monsters. All the Swordsoul cards, and we've got the Tangy cards that are kind of cool. I'm probably playing less of them than I should. I'm doing 2-1, and I've seen a lot of 3-2s, so that may change. I don't know. And then as filler at the end, I thought it might be a good idea putting Talker, Access Code Talker, and Underworld Goddess, but those may come out. I don't know. Just kind of put them in this filler. They'll probably come out when I decide to put different things in there, like if I put Psychic and Punisher. Then in the side deck, the side deck is looking pretty good. I put in the Anti-Spell Fragrance because I know that kills a lot of those spell decks, and it's just really solid. It could go in the main eventually, I'm not sure. It kind of depends if we're going to be trying to go first more or if we think we're going to go second more. But for some of those heavy spell decks, it's just checkmate. And if you put it out there, you're just going to win. And then pushing on into our rest of our extra deck, we've got Evenly Matched. Really good card. Obviously, you want to put that if you're going to go second. Rivalry, I kind of want to cut this. I don't know how good it is. I mean, our whole deck, except for one card, is all one, but I don't know. Then Lightning Storms, I put 3 in there. I do need to put a Feather Duster in the deck at some point, but I'm just going to start off with 3 right here and kind of see how it works out. But I probably do want to put 1 in the main. And then just as I fill it in, I've got the we got the Turtle, Gamma Seal. He's just kind of filling out the extra deck there. He may come out for something else, maybe another Going First Trap or Quick Play Spell. I don't know. That's the deck right now. I'm pretty happy with it. It's definitely a good start. Make sure, comment down below if you see stuff I need to put in there. If my ratios are screwed up, let me know. I'm always happy to hear what you guys have to say about my decks. Okay, let's start practicing some. Hopping into Nexus. So Nexus is really cool because you can just spam games against bots, and that's what I did to learn the deck. I must have played like 50 games just against bots, trying to figure out the combo. Yeah, I watched videos on how to do the combos, but you're not really learning how to do it until you actually get in there and do the combos yourself. So, I was learning how to do, my starter 2 synchro combos, how to use Boxia, how to use those Tangies properly with the removal, the resummoning, getting stuff back in the hand. Also, what I wanted to do going first, what I wanted to play going second, and I think it came out pretty good. So I hopped right into TCG Player. TCG Player is pretty much where I go to buy all my cards. And I was able to put the deck together for about $230. And we'll go over some of the pricier options of cards that you can look at, and also some alternate ways that you can get into some of these cards rather than just buying the single. Because if you're really starting to just build from scratch, you need to buy some other products. So Imperm is obviously a little expensive, but you can get it in a structure deck. So you can obviously go do the Cyber Dark structure deck that just came out last year. I think about a year from today almost. And you can get that deck. You get this for almost the price that it costs just to buy the one card. Imperm is probably one of the more important hand traps, and I definitely want to have 3 of them because I may put the 3rd one right into the deck. Then we go into the big grandma of the deck, the deck mommy. We've got Baron. Baroness, maybe, because it is a girl. So actually, surprisingly, the 2 different printings are roughly the same cost. So if you have the option of going for, a first ed, a first original printing, go ahead and buy that because it's going to hold a little value better than the reprints. So yeah, we're probably going to order one of those because I think the deck really needs it for power level. Then, of course, we've got our Swordsoul cards, and only one of them is expensive, $6 card for, how do you call it? Moye. I'm going to call him Moyo. It's your best starter, and you have to play 3. So you really need to drop like that $15, $16, $18 for that card. And then we've got evenly matched. Evenly matched, you can get it for like $6, but I would not just buy this single if you're just starting out, or even if you're playing for a while and you need some more cards in your collection, because you can get Ash Blossom with it in the same structure deck that just came out in the Trap Trick structure deck. So go ahead, buy that. Those 2 cards, even in their cheapest printings, are gonna cost the same as buying that structure deck. So you can buy 3 structure decks and get all those cards for the price that you would pay just for 6 cards. It's just, something to look for. Surprisingly, Gamma Seal is kind of expensive. I may not buy this card. I may just replace it with another of the maybe the Dark Kaiju, because he's still kind of a low attack, and I think would work out pretty good for this, because Gamma Seal is just too expensive. I don't know why Gamma Seal is so expensive. Maybe because it hasn't gotten a reprint in a structure deck. That might be it. Nibiru, it's still like $4 or $5. I think in this format is definitely worth getting, and just even for future formats, it's good to have them. And I really like these gold rares. That's one thing I do for hand traps. I try to do the gold rares because of the dyslexia. Seeing that extra gold rare in my hand helps me remember that I have a hand trap. Okay, probably my favorite card, and I don't know why he's so expensive. I mean, he's good, he's pretty, he's Draco Berserker the Tangy, and he is $15. He's only had 2 printings, and I don't know when this is going to get another reprint. So you may just want to pick it up, have it in your collection, because he's really good. He can hit over a ton of cards. He's got a negate or a banish negate, kind of thing. So really good. Okay, some back row removal. Mavens did drop the price of Lightning Storm a little bit, which is nice. So you can get it for like $10, $11. It's nice to have 3 of those in the collection, but if you don't want to spend that money, you can definitely get like Twin Twisters, Cyclones, all those kind of things to help do back row removal. Also, Hey Trunade is a good card to get if you're planning on going second. Okay, guys, that's it for me today. I'm excited to order all these cards, learn how to play this deck. Hopefully you guys like this new series. We're gonna build out this Swordsoul deck and then probably take it to some local tournaments and some other things. Hopefully some bigger tournaments. Let me know what other decks you guys would want to see me build, or products you think I should get to help build my collection. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one, because I'm Rainnite, this has been Rainnite Gaming, and I'll see you later. See ya!